I think that'll work. We're good about the same now. Stop telling me to buy stuff.
Hey there, this is Pastor Robert The RNDiva II, and I'm so glad that you joined me here. I have something I want to let you know. You see how high gas is? You see we have a baby formula shortage. We also have food that's high. Inflation is high. What is going on? Well, things may get worse before they get better, and you need to be prepared. Go to preparewithrobert.com. Go to preparewithrobert.com. Brought to you by My Pager Supply. Get emergency food kits right there for 2,000 plus calories a day. You're going to need that. It's brought to you by My Pager Supply. Go to preparewithrobert.com. Don't be left behind. Be ready now. Let's go. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to another Real Talk with the RN Diva and Pastor Robert. Diva, how's it going? Merry Christmas.
Same to you. It ain't Christmas yet.
Well, podcast, eh? We're so glad that you all are with us today. No matter when you're viewing this podcast, we're so glad that you're with us. And we just want to welcome everybody here that's listening to us on the various podcast platforms. Apple Podcasts, YouTube Music Podcasts, Amazon Music Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Roku, Facebook, Twitter, formerly now known as X, YouTube, and I think that's all of them. I'm so glad. We're so glad to have you with us. Woo!
I don't know what that was. That sounded like some cans falling.
It sounded like some cans falling. No, we don't want the cans falling. Not yet. Maybe the mistletoe will be going. Anyway, you getting ready for Christmas, Diva?
I am. I'm getting ready. Ready to see my babies, and then I got to take a quick trip up to Indiana.
Ooh, nice.
Check on my brother. So we're gonna see how I do in that. I don't do cold weather.
Really?
But I'm gonna be cute. I'm gonna tell you that right now because the gear is gonna be gearing. You understand me?
Gotta have the gear. Gotta have the gear.
Yes.
Got to have the gear. Got to have the gear. So we're so glad about that. We definitely want you to have some safe travel. And all of you, no matter where you're listening from, listening to us during this holiday season, we wish you Yuletide cheer and a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Hanukkah, whatever it is you celebrate. If you don't celebrate nothing, just be happy. Just be happy, right? Be sure to subscribe and share this with some people right now. Facebook, give us some hearts and some likes. It's time to get in it. We've got to catch up on something that's been happening kind of under the radar, Diva. I know I forgot your name. Diva, what are we talking about? The white lung syndrome. Do you know about that?
Lung. Of course. It's first of all, I want the government to stop trying to freak out the American public. As soon as you start putting these new labels on it, it's the white lung syndrome, white lung disease. Yo, that has nothing to do with the general public. That has everything to do with healthcare workers. We know that when we look at an X-ray image and it's whited out, then we know we have a problem. We know we got something brewing in the lungs. Why they would put that out there like that, I don't know. But it is controllable. This time of year, you get flu upticks, you get colds, you get RSV, a lot of RSV in children. You get the upticks in those. You're going to expect that to happen. Okay, that's what happens. Why they would get the American public so worked up is beyond me, because then they have to go and put those fires out. Okay, so let's back it up. China had an outbreak, but that had nothing to do with the outbreak that's in Ohio.
Okay.
First and foremost, let's just know that they had nothing to do with one another.
Okay.
This time of year, we're going to have colds and flus and RSVs and now COVID. So we've added that to the list. So I know that is not a Pepsi, sir.
This is my only holiday Pepsi. I haven't had one all year. One mango Pepsi.
Anyway,
just get the one.
Ew. Oh my God. So, but don't let that whole thing, the white lung, don't let that freak you out. Stay the course. when it's it usually just starts up with an upper respiratory infection. You have the little sniffles, maybe a little cough, a little sore throat. But the instant it starts going down into the lungs, it now becomes pneumonia. Okay, so we want to stop that from happening. So that means when you're out in public, how about you just social distance and stay away from folks as much as you possibly can? Now, it's not always easy to do. You're out doing a little Christmas shopping, you're having a little brunch or whatever. So it's not always so easy to do. So just keep in mind what happens every year is happening this year as well. The white lung syndrome, the white lung, don't worry about the words.
Okay.
Don't worry about the words. You guys don't worry about the words. Let the healthcare providers worry about the words. Your job is to wash your hands, stay away from people that are sick. These people that have kids in daycares, get ready. Get ready.
Uh-oh.
Because they're coming home with it. They're coming home with every germ known to man, and they coming and they're going to share the abundance with you. Okay, so just be ready for it. That's all it is.
Now tell me this. You said something called RSV. Please explain that.
The respiratory syncytial virus. This is a normal thing. It's mostly seen in children. It's seen a lot in children. That's what kids are passing back and forth in school and daycare, things of that nature. It's nothing to start calling in the troops for. Okay, so it is something that happens every year. You'll notice that a lot of kids will start to get sick. Here we go. Start to get sick around this time of year. It might be a plethora of things: bacteria, fungi, parasites. All three can cause upper respiratory infections. But RSV is just another detail that healthcare workers need to stay well versed on. We need to make sure we know how to treat it. The quicker, the better. If you're seeing your child exhibiting symptoms, the quicker, the better. Treat the symptoms. You don't always have to run into the doctor's office, but when your child starts to wheeze, when your child starts to wheeze and have shortness of breath, before it gets to that point, then you go into the emergency room. If they have a fever, you treat the fever before you go into the emergency room. Because that's the first thing we're going to ask you in the ER. Did you give the baby any Tylenol or Motrin? Oh, no, I wanted to come to the ER so you could see the fever. Oh, you don't think I believe you? You going to bring the kid in with no... So if you don't do nothing else, medicate that child before you bring them in.
Good. This is some good advice. This is some good advice for you. This is for the RSV. Are any of these these mostly upper respiratory?
Upper respiratory infections is how it starts.
Okay.
And then, like I said, treat the symptoms. But if it, for some reason, starts to get down into the lungs, you'll know, because now you're starting to have shortness of breath. You're coughing up stuff. Yeah, if it's down in the lungs, you're going to notice the difference. But treat the symptoms and it won't get that far. But there are people that are already compromised. People with asthma, COPD, any respiratory issue that they deal with on a daily, they're gonna be first to be having an issue. Shortness of breath is a huge, huge thing.
Okay, well that's good. Now the wheezing is something, because sometimes I find myself late at night wheezing. This is kind of funny because I think it's the dog whining sometimes.
It's you.
It's me.
It's
me. But I got my little pump right here, so I'm good. I got pump it up right here. Any other advice you want to give us during this holiday season? We're talking about this white lung syndrome, RSV.
Wash your hands.
Cool.
Wash your hands. Yeah. Don't drink after anybody. Don't drink out of somebody else's cup. You get your butt up and you waddle into the kitchen to get your own cup. You hear me?
What about lovers?
Lovers are listen. Lovers are gonna love. Okay, and so basically, if you are in the same space with someone and they are sick, 9 times out of 10, you're probably gonna get it. Sorry.
Uh-oh.
You don't want to rub up on somebody and be hunching. So
you got that grown folk. That's that grown folk talk. That grown folk talk. That's right. That's right. That's right. Hey, Carrie. Nice to have you on here, Carrie Brown. Be sure to like and subscribe and put some comments down. If you have some questions for the RN Diva, she cannot give medical advice, but she can give you her medical input from over 30 years of being a registered nurse and also a consultant.
Practitioner. Yes.
Practitioner. Yes, nurse practitioner and a consultant in the medical field. But definitely you have those, you can go ahead and contact her, or you can put them down there in the comments if you have some questions. Now let's talk about this here. Let's talk about this white lung syndrome. All right, let's bring that up on the screen so we can see what's going on with that, because people need to know what they're dealing with. What you say?
Well, yeah, that's what I just explained. The white lung pneumonia. The white lung pneumonia is not anything crazy. Like, they put these words out there because they want you to freak out. Don't freak out. The white lung is what we see as practitioners. When we look at the imaging in the ER or in radiology, there's a specific way that it presents itself, and that allows us to know, okay, this is pneumonia. Okay? If you're coming in with just upper respiratory symptoms, I don't expect you to get an x-ray done and have white lung pop up on your x-ray. So it's after, like I said, after it drops down into the lungs, it now becomes pneumonia. And now that's when you're going in with the shortness of breath, difficulty moving secretions. These are the things that will take you into the hospital, to the ER.
Okay.
But don't freak out over the words. The words are not for you. The words are for us.
Yeah, and I think that's where people are when they hear on the news, the CDC or NBC, they hear these phrases, and then they start to freak out. I'm not going to say I was one of the ones that freaked out, but when I do see stuff on X.com, I immediately send it over to the Diva. Diva, what's this? What this mean? Is this? I'm going to read from you from Scientific American, .com, an article, dated December 19th. The real story behind white lung pneumonia. Let's read this here and give you just a little bit of insight on this. Experts say a pneumonia outbreak among children in Ohio and a cluster of pneumonia cases in China are unrelated.
Did I just say that?
That's right. Despite some social media posts and tabloid articles on X.com that have ambiguously linked the two, the usual respiratory pathogens are making their rounds this cold and flu season. So yet the specter of the pandemic has left many on high alert for the next novel agent. Now let's go down here. It says many pathogens that circulate in the northern hemispheres winter and year-round, including flu, respiratory syncytial virus, RSV, we just said, and now COVID, are far from benign and can lead to pneumonia in some cases. But experts say there's no reason. Thank you, Diva. You're right on it. Experts say there is no reason to panic or interpret the quick and current uptick in illnesses as anything other than the typical circulation of respiratory viruses and bacteria. In other words, don't believe the hype.
Don't believe the hype. Goddamn government. Do not believe the hype.
Yeah, see. And that's what happens. People get see it on the news, see it in the media, see it on the internet, and they start looking at Dr. Google and Dr. Bing, and then now with ChatGPT, they become their own little medical expert, and then they start freaking out, and then that's when we have the chaos. But if you have any of those symptoms that the Diva said, please see a medical provider. Jump on it quickly. If you don't know what to do, get some home remedies and stuff like that. And the main thing is, like the old folks, you say, you're just gonna have to rest. Rest it out and let it out. And stay from around folk.
And stay from around folk. Let me tell you a real good thing. You're not gonna like me, and the person sleeping in the room with you is not gonna like it. If you got a really sore throat, got a little cough, chop up some onion, right? You ain't gonna like this. Put a little vinegar in it.
Some vinegar.
And close it up, right? And it'll start to make it'll start to like dissolve.
Really?
It'll start to dissolve. And then what you'll do is you'll take a tablespoon of that, and that it smells and tastes awful, but it'll clear up your sore throat quicker than you could imagine. Now, if that doesn't do it, I got a hot toddy recipe that'll send you straight to the.
Yeah, we like those hot toddies.
I make a good hot toddy.
Oh, really? Kind of feeling a little sore throat myself right now.
Listen, you said please see your medical provider if you're having symptoms. If your symptoms have progressed to where you're having shortness of breath, then go into the medical provider.
Okay.
But if you are having sore throat, runny nose, a cough, any of those upper respiratory symptoms, go and treat your symptoms. Go to Walgreens or CVS.
Right. Okay, that makes sense. All right. Well, thank you so much to RN Diva. I'm so glad that you let us know that we're just getting right into it. We're kind of easing on into this because we want to make sure that you get this information, because this is the season. It is the flu and cold season, and so we don't want you freaking out thinking that you're going to die and have to be put on a respirator and all that kind of stuff. Just use common sense, common tips, and you're going to find yourself being much better. All right. Isn't that right?
That's right.
Let's go to hear from one of our sponsors. We're so glad to have one of our sponsors. Diva, can you take it away with us?
Are you looking for a car? I mean, it's that time of year. You want to rip and run and go do some shopping. A.S. Costanzo Enterprises features Turo rentals, and there is a plethora. There's an array of cars that you can choose from. Basically, what happens is you go onto their website and you can look at all the selection and you can pick what you want. Contact Suzette or Anthony at 954-494-1221, and they will take care of you. They have a service. If you are in South Florida, I'm talking Miami, Fort Lauderdale, and even West Palm. They haven't come up to Martin County just yet, but they're coming. I can guarantee you. They will meet you if you fly into one of the airports, Palm Beach County, Palm Beach County, Fort Lauderdale, or Miami. They will meet you at the airport. They will deliver the car to you. Now, if that's not a good look, I don't know what is. That you can't beat that, folks. And they have top of the line cars. Jaguar. They have the what do you call those? The Chargers, the Challengers. They have SUVs. They have everything you could possibly imagine. If you just want to get in a car, rip and run, these are the people called A.S. Costanzo Enterprises, LLC. They are a Turo rental company. And if you have a car and you'd like to put it into service and put it to where it can make a little extra money for you, you could also contact them again at 954-494-1221 and put your car in the fleet, and then that will give you a little side coin. Can't beat that. Again, A.S. Costanzo Enterprises, you guys go for it. Look out for it on IG, TikTok, Facebook. Let me see, I got it written down. Yelp, you can Google them. They're on all the social media platforms. Look them up, A.S. Costanzo Enterprises, and tell them the RN Diva and Pastor Robert sent you. And we're good.
Well, thank you so much. We're so glad to have them as our sponsor. Thank you, Diva. Now it's time to get into some more serious, and to me,
disgusting. Like my niece says, disgusting.
Disgusting. Well, we're going to go back to a story that we almost covered back a couple of weeks ago before we took our holiday break. And this one is one of those ones that makes you shake your head. And say, huh. Hey, Sabrina Mace Johnson, so glad to have you. Give me some hearts, some life. So glad to see you on there. All of you on Facebook and YouTube. Listen, are you ready for this, Diva? I don't know if you're ready for this.
No, are you ready for me to react to it? Handle your business. Go ahead. I'm gonna do my best to behave.
Well, we're gonna pull up the story here now. This is about a pastor in Texas. And I want to give some background on this story in a second here. But a pastor there in Texas who has been forced to pay, excuse me, I'm sorry, that's right, thank you. I'm in her ear. Forced to pay a woman over giving her herpes. Yes, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to say that again. I'm going to say it again. Texas pastor forced to pay woman over giving her herpes. Now, this is going to be hard to read here. You know? But here we go. Y'all ready? Give us some likes and some hearts there. Share this with somebody. It's getting ready to get interested. As Dusty Rose would say, it's about to get fucking like a monkey. A long-serving Texas preacher has been ordered to pay $2.45 million in damages after being found liable for transmitting genital herpes. Breathe. It is believed to be the largest verdict ever awarded in the state for this type of case, according to Fox 26 Houston. And included in the damages to be paid are $1.45 million in compensatory damages and $1 million in exemplary punitive damages. In the case, D.C. versus Ralph Douglas West II was filed on behalf of a woman who had unprotected sex with the pastor in March 2018, said a Click to Houston report. Reverend Ralph Douglas West is the founder. They got this wrong. Reverend Ralph Douglas West II is the founder of the senior pastor of the Church Without Walls in Houston, Texas. Per his website, more than 2,400 families attend the church. Actually, it's the son, I believe, it's the father who's the founder, and the son is the assistant pastor. Yeah, okay, so just want to get that. And we're going to show you a picture of them in a second. Attorney Sean Murphy of Slovic, Barron, MP, Murphy, and Peatley, LLP, the law firm that represented the plaintiff, said that he was able to prove that West lied about having herpes when he had unprotected sex with the plaintiff. She got an outbreak 2 or 3 days later and then went and got tested. From there, through the medical records, we were identified that he was the source of it, in part because she hadn't been with anybody else. She had a prior negative test. West declined to comment. According to the STD Center, the number of lawsuits arising from HPV and herpes transmission is on the rise. The most common reason for these suits is withholding information. RN Diva, take it away.
Does it say who the lawyers were for the preacher?
I'm sorry, come again.
Does it say who the lawyers were for the preacher?
No, it does not.
Okay. Well, whoever they are, they need to be fired, and they need to be sued because they didn't do their due diligence. First of all, you slept with him on your own with no protection. That's the first thing. How does she know she got it from him? How does she know that she didn't give it to him? Because herpes can lie dormant in your system for years and years. And if you don't have an outbreak, you don't know that you have it.
Right.
But if it's something that triggers it, then you have an outbreak. And just because he was the person that you were with last, if he's telling you that he doesn't have it, he doesn't know he has it.
Right.
I'm gonna go along with the fact. I don't think that listen. I don't think it can be proven without a shadow of a doubt, beyond a shadow of a doubt, that it came from a specific person, because herpes can lie dormant in your system. You don't know where you got it from. But what it is the stigma on it, and people don't want to be caught or labeled that they have herpes, so they just try to pay people and make them stop talking. If I was that dude, I wouldn't have paid a dime. I'd have been like, prove it's me, and that you and the last several people that you've been with, let me see your body count. Let's see your body count, and let's see what they. Let's go count them. Let's go check and see if they have herpes.
Woo!
She not gonna want that. She don't want nobody to touch. Why are you laying down with him with? Why are you laying down with him with no protection? He not your husband.
With the pastor.
I think it's a lot of BS because you cannot definitively say that it was him. I'm not gonna do that. I don't think that's right.
Put your comments down. Put your comments down below, Larry, YouTube and Facebook, or wherever you are. If you're listening to us on podcast, you can also put in when you get somewhere, you can put the comments down there and rate the show. What do you think? Do you think that maybe she transmitted the herpes to him, or she doesn't know who it was, and he just was like you say, the last guy
person she was with?
Here's a picture of the church, or just the choir stand. The choir stand, great church. I know some people there. Great couple of family that goes there. I'm not gonna call their names, but it's a super church. Great church, solid church. Look at that. I'm just going through there.
That's ridiculous.
You
know how I feel about it.
Let me show you a picture here of the. Okay, so let me share this tab instead. Okay, can you see that? Y'all see that?
Mm-hmm,
okay, so the young man to the left, that's the pastor's son. That's the one that's been charged.
Oh,
foul libel. That's Ralph II. Right here, there's the guy there in the middle, the top right-hand corner. That is the founder of the church, the senior pastor. That's his father. That's not the one. The article had a little bit wrong, but that's him there. That's the son there. And that must be him years ago when he was called into the ministry. So, but it's a great church. It is a great church. It's sad that
I don't believe it. I don't think it's fair.
That's $1.4 million. Woo-wee! That's a lot of money.
I don't think it's fair because they did not. I don't think they can prove that with definitive. There's nothing definitive about a test. He didn't disclose to her. Maybe he didn't know. And if it was him that gave it to her, you can't say that man didn't know, that man knew, and he laid down with you. And it's okay. So basically, he did it vindictively. He was being vindictive. Oh, is this not a man of God? And are you saying this man of God did it on purpose? I'm gonna need you to have several seats, ma'am, because you're not innocent in this whole thing because you laid down with no protection. That ain't your husband. But that ain't my business.
See, it didn't say here whether or not she's married. Let's take a look and see the story. Let's go a little further, see if we get any information on here. I don't know. This is kind of deep.
I think it's a crock.
You think that she just got a griff and just got her a little check? You see, it's a big church. They serve over 2,400 families. So you're talking several thousand members that come there regularly each week. Let's see here. Okay. For Fox 26, there it used to says the West case is one of several trial victories and settlements achieved by Murphy, that law firm, on behalf of victims of genital herpes in the United States.
That's awful.
Murphy, the law firm, also noted that it is unlawful to communicate genital herpes to someone unless they have informed their partner that they have the disease. But like you say, what if they don't know they have it?
What if he doesn't know?
Partner? Right.
What if she was the one that passed it? Like, literally, they are setting a precedence for BS. There are going to be so many people that come out of the woodwork for this stuff. And if that's the case, then any other disease that's passed along, chlamydia, gonorrhea, all of these things, okay, they can be treated. And because herpes is a lifelong disease.
Like luggage.
It's like luggage. You can't get rid of it. Well, I've gotten rid of luggage a couple times. So, but I'm saying that this is not fair because you don't know if it came from him. Because you quick to lay down with a man with no protection. Miss me with the BS, lady, and praise the Lord.
Yeah, this is really a lot of times you also have to remember too, from a law perspective, a lot of times people will just go ahead and settle.
Yeah, they don't want people to know about it.
Just because it's just like, you know what, let's just settle this bubble and let's just get on with it, because trying to figure it all out. But that's sad. Now the issue is here. Now let's full disclosure. Reverend Ralph II, Minister West, the preacher's son, who's also a preacher, he shouldn't have did what he did, because this is what happens. What R. Kelly said, trapped in the closet.
Okay, we don't talk about R. Kelly because R. Kelly is locked up.
That's true.
Okay, so wait. So
he should not have been doing what he's doing, protection or not. See, because he was there, he left himself open. She could lie. She could come back and say he gave her HIV.
Right. Who's to say it wasn't somebody else?
Right. Chlamydia is on the rise. We don't know who she is. We don't know her age. We don't know her circumstances.
Well, we know she's $1 million richer.
$1.4 million. And we do know that
that's easy money right there.
That's right. You heard what she said? And that's the grip. Easy money.
That's the easy money. It's the grip right there.
So that's why he, as a preacher, the pastor, should not have. Let me tell you something. An A&B preacher. He's a presiding elder. I'm not gonna say his name because he's still active in the A&B church. Love him dearly, and I was a young preacher, and he sat me in the office one day. About 28 years ago. And he said, preacher, he said, you don't you gotta eat.
You want me to say it?
Yeah, you can say it. I can't say it.
Don't shit where you eat.
There you go. And he told me that, boy, that was something ever so true. So he was wrong for as a Jew under shepherd, he was wrong for shepherding, going with some of the sheep.
Right.
Because now he left himself open. I mean, she can swing back around. You see, she has the power of the law firm behind her. That's what they specialize in. So what that tell you? Any comments down there? Anybody got any comments down there? Put your comments down below. YouTube, Facebook, also there on Twitter, X, and also on Rumble. I want your comments to see, what do you think? Do you think this is just a grift? Do you think she really called it from him? Was the preacher wrong? Did he give it to her? What else did he get? What else did she get tested for? Any questions on that with Diva? Anything else?
I think it's setting a precedent for a lot of tomfoolery to start coming out even more. Like it's gonna be so many lawsuits. They're gonna see who can get the highest number. Go ahead on. Well, if nothing else, maybe it'll stop the foolishness in the church and everybody sleeping with everybody. Maybe that's one good thing that'll come out of it. Because I'm gonna tell you something. Normal people out in the world going to work every day doing whatever, they don't have $1.4 million to pay you if they find out. So nobody's gonna take your case. But because he's in the church and she knew that,
yeah.
Either we pay to make it go away, or we fight it. And then they still came behind him and got in the newspaper and the news.
Yes.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I don't
think that's fair. That's not fair.
That's not fair. Yep. So that's there in Houston, Texas. Now we'll be right back. We're going to come back with another story, and this was hot off the presses right now. Here, let me just tell you, you want to stay tuned because we're about to get the kids out the room. And what we're gonna do, we're gonna go in. Listen, we're gonna go in now. So get the kids out the room. We're gonna have some adult time now. We have some adult talk because this is hot off the press, and you want to stay tuned. I'm gonna let you know what it is just as soon, right after this break. Listen, aren't you so glad? You see, I have my hoodie on. You see my hoodie?
Got your little YouTube hoodie on?
I got my YouTube hoodie. Should I wear it like this?
Yeah. You look like the Unabomber.
Thank you. You know I have zero hood credibility anyway. I'm trying to.
You know, I'm the hoodie queen over here.
Maybe I do it like this. Maybe I should do it. Wait. I'll do it like this. Wait.
Oh, that's some foolishness right there. Turn that light back on, bro.
I can't see to turn it on. Wait. You about to do this spot without. For real, I can't see. Listen, I have a hoodie on. It's the hoodie time of the year, right, folks? And because of we're so glad to have one of our sponsors.
I'm not gonna be bothered with you, man. You go ahead on with that foolishness.
One of our sponsors here, it is SeekJesus.co. Look at this Made for Heaven collection. You talking about something that you would love. Look at this. Look at all that's going on there. Look at that. And you can go to that SeekJesus.co. Look at that. They have hoodies there, all kind of colors. Okay, and the material is nice and thick and cool. So for the cool weather, see all those hoodies there? You got t-shirts as well. Sweatpants. Oh, look at that. They got new ones now. They got mind, body, and
spirit. Oh, okay.
Yeah. They got training crew. They got a tank top. Fear is a liar.
Okay.
All right. They got some
shorts.
The
devil is a liar on there.
That's right. I like that because the devil is. They got the women's tank top. And then they also got some gear. They got a leather weightlifting belt. They got a mat, yoga mat that says fear is a liar. They've also got the glute bands for those of us who are doing our therapy, physical therapy. They also got the 2-liter water bottles, mugs, all kind of stuff there. Also wrist stamps. This is SeekJesus.co. You can share your faith and be looking fashionable as well. Just go to SeekJesus.co, SeekJesus.co, and you can get a discount for putting in the coupon code RCTV. You will get a nice discount. And tell them over there at SeekJesus.co that the RN Diva and Pastor Robert sent you. I can't wait to start sporting some of mine, and the Diva does too. So that's SeekJesus.co with the coupon code RCTV Network. Now let's get into Lord Jesus.
Let's go. Let's do
it. Let's do this. Now, full disclosure, we're going to play some information on X.com. The blogosphere has gone wild with this story. As you all know, the Diva is in the medical field for 30 years. I'm also a preacher and a pastor. And when I saw the story brewing, I was reluctant because, I'm a preacher, I'm a pastor. And so, you don't ever like to be found talking about your other colleagues. I guess it's a code, so to speak, unspecified code. The Diva's a nurse, so she upholds the medical profession and the professionality. Did I say all that good? The professionality of the medical profession.
My Lord, is that an actual word?
we just made one up just then. That's what preachers do.
Yeah, I was wondering. Yeah, see, you preachers be doing the most.
But I could not leave this one alone because this is happening right now. Let's first go to X.com. One of our precious, well-known preachers in the TV. Yeah, his name is there's a lady down in Fort Lauderdale, a pastor. She said she's Jamaican. His name been called. And you all know the story about the stories that are coming out about P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, Sean Puffy Combs, whatever you want to call him.
Mr. Love.
Mr. Love. Brother Love. Well, his pastor, according to him, his pastor is the Bishop T.D. Jakes out of Dallas, Texas. And that's his spiritual guidance, his spiritual mentor, and his pastor. Just like Pastor Paula White came over in Orlando at City of Destiny. She is the pastor and spiritual advisor to former President Donald J. Trump. So, Pastor Paula and President Trump, Bishop Jakes, P. Diddy. They all, when you get to that level, they have their spiritual advisors. Well, sometimes being a spiritual advisor to someone of such celebrity and magnitude comes with the dark
show.
So let's go here. Again, full disclosure, we cannot verify this is all alleged, but this video hit the internet yesterday, last night, and let's just say Bishop T.D. Jakes is trending, and it ain't because woman thou art loose. Stand by, we're going to play this video. It's about 2 or 3 minutes long. Listen to it, and we will be right back with this to let the diva go. And she just has questions. She just has questions. Just has questions, right? You got questions, right, Diva?
I got lots of questions.
And we got answers, and we got answers. Okay, here we go. Let's put this up. Okay, oops.
My God, today. Turn it up.
She has turned over videotape, USB drive, and Kim Porter's burner phone. Now, there is also an alleged email out saying a plethora of other things that include TD Jakes with Diddy. I'm going to let y'all listen to it. I'm not going to say nothing else.
Says here, yo, bro, Cassie has turned over substantial amounts of evidence to the feds. I'm told that after Cassie had a long conversation with Blank, I have to protect this person. They're going through a lot right now. And her lawyers, she finally was convinced to give up the videotapes and audio recordings that contain footage of S parties and other private gatherings that feature some pretty powerful and prominent people. And get this, she even gave up a burner phone and USBs that belong to Kim Porter with incriminating evidence against Diddy. I'm told that there are a slew of artists, politicians, and entertainers that are about to be exposed and arrested for H10. I'm paraphrasing there, okay? H10. I'm told that Cassie's husband played a significant role in getting Cassie to turn over the evidence. It's to my understanding that Cassie felt that by exposing the truth, it would also make her look like a filthy Moor. And I'm paraphrasing there because some of the videos she turned in, it shows her getting number one, okay, guys, paraphrasing again, and committing more disgusting acts that she was forced to do. I'm also told that multiple male escorts corroborated the fact that TD Jakes have slept with multiple men at Diddy's parties and abroad. And they refer to him as being a power bottom. Wow. It's also been said that a young male has acquired a lawyer to represent him as he is set to sue Jakes for an incident that took place when he was just years old. It's been said that the young man was forced to perform sloppy toppy. And I'm paraphrasing here, guys. You can actually put 2 and 2 together to understand. The man's family were members of the Potter's House, but left the church in 2015. According to multiple church insiders, the parents were paid off to keep quiet. The guy's a grown man now and is seeking his own justice. It's been said that the young man doesn't even deal with his parents even to this day because they took hush money. According to Pastor Blank, and I have to protect this pastor, Bishop Jakes is about to get railroaded and all of his dirt will be exposed. That's why the bishop has quietly lawyered up. He sees his fall from grace coming.
Just don't look good for nobody. And when I say nobody, I mean nobody. Hollywood is being turned upside down. Jeffrey Epstein's list is going to come out. If this is actually true, this list is going to come out. And we already know TD Jakes is caught up with the other shit, allegedly being the person that is messing with Christian Keys. Everybody's saying it's either allegedly TD Jakes or allegedly Tyler Perry. It's either one of them. But oh my God, if this is true, buckle up, because next year, 2024, y'all better get y'all bingo cards out, because it's going to get real.
Yeah, they're going to start knocking them down, baby. They coming for you.
For terminology's sake, because when I saw this, I had somebody ask me what that word means.
H10? What word?
Well, H10, I didn't know what that one was.
I didn't know what that one word is either.
Oh, HT.
Oh, word.
Because once you go over state lines,
Yes, becomes federal. Right.
Right.
Wow. Wow.
Now,
Word.
ladies and gentlemen, let's go a little further. There was another term that the bishop was described as. Let's put this up on the screen because
Let me get this.
you got it.
So that stood out to me, and that knocked my socks off, because this is power bottom is a term that's used in the gay community. It's similar to just a regular, just bottom, but a specific variety. A power bottom tends to be in charge and feels more powerful when bottoming. The one who bottoms is the one on the throne, so to speak, taking the top. Now, it's a whole lot of going on right there. Contrary to some definitions, top and bottom terms apply all same gender partners and is frequently used by not only gay men but also lesbian couples. I'm flabbergasted. Power bottom. I'm gonna have to tell you, in my 53 years of being here on this lovely big green ball, I've never heard of power bottom. But as soon as I heard it, I knew what it was. And for the pastor, the Bishop T.D. Jakes, to be the power bottom, I'm not surprised. You might be down there, but you still want to be in charge. Okay, go ahead with it.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Listen, how do you here they come. Here come the questions. Cousin, you're a pastor. What is wrong with your profession? What is wrong? What happens? Do they get bored? Is sex taboo with pastors? Are they not supposed to have sex?
No, that's Catholic priest. That's Catholic priest.
Oh, okay.
That's Catholic priest.
Then why are they jumping in and out of bed of boys and men? And it's mostly men. I've not heard of any females, but I'm sure they're out there.
Oh,
somebody better make it make sense. But it's
they out there.
Sir, listen. Why did he lawyer up quietly? I'm gonna tell you something right now. There's a list that's gonna come out with HTN, and I'm gonna venture to say that quite possibly Okra is gonna be on that list, because Epstein and Weinstein, well, definitely Epstein was a friend of hers.
Let's say this. Let me play.
Little nasty self.
The internet, as you all know,
the interconnect is brutal.
Go ahead and talk about it down in the comments. And those of you by the way, we have a new Facebook group, Real Talk with the RN Diva, Pastor Robert Facebook group. Look that up. We can go. We're going to complete this conversation, continue this conversation after the podcast down in the comments. But the internet is cruel, Diva. The internet is cruel.
It's facts.
And there are what we call autists, not artists, autists. They're on the spectrum. They have autism, and they don't have anything better to do but to sit there and look for certain things. And certain of them on the spectrum, they can be obsessive. They can obsess and find things. And so, because T.D. Jakes has been preaching about 40, 50 years, there's a lot of video from the last 30 years of him. I don't know how long ago this message was. This is the somebody posted this.
I don't know if I want to.
Oh no, you're going to see it. You're going to suffer with this right along with me. Wait. Hold on. Let me get this is not long, but should just have this there. But this is where it gets crazy, because now
Oh, shoot.
Now, for the record, let me just say this. That's him preaching at his church there in Dallas, the Potter's House. And that is a classic, a robe, a preacher's robe. It's just purple and it's long, so he's not wearing a dress. But let's go ahead and play this short clip. And it's only 13 seconds, but we may play it more than once. Ready?
I would have been swallowed up. Have you ever been swallowed up? Have you gone through a time swallowing where everything was overwhelming and you? I would have been swallowed up. Have you ever been swallowed up? Everything was overwhelming. I would have been swallowed up. Have you ever been swallowed up? Have you gone through a time of swallowing?
Listen, I'm gonna tell you something right now. Aside from the fact that you and I are related, I don't do pastors. I think y'all are all.
No, don't say that. Don't say that.
Yeah.
Don't say that.
There's only one that I've ever known that I respected, and that was Reverend Grant. And I respect you. I respect you, because we, related, and
that's good to know.
I know all your secrets.
That's somebody who has too much time on their hands to go look and find that little 13-second clip out of 40 years of videos of him preaching.
It's gonna be more than that coming out because somebody got time today.
Now I'll tell you what. Because of that, the internet's cool. Let me show you another video because you may not be aware of this. And this is by Pretty Pablo. He's at Electric Soul 123 on X. He says, let me put it up here because we're gonna have a little fun here on our special Crazy Christmas. Here. Now, there goes our America's Black favorite playwright, author.
I was hoping he stepped right off that stage. Watch this foolishness. This is some tomfoolery right here.
This is something else here. Let's set it up. This is at Potter's House a couple of years ago, 4 or 5 years ago now. That's Tyler Perry. That's his wife. That's Bishop Jake's wife, Sarita. There, and then that's Bishop T.D. Jakes. Is at his church. It was after one of his conferences they had there, and Oprah was on the front row, and Gail and some other people there. But anyway, I want you to see this, and then we're going to talk about this because this is all now with the Christian Keys, the Diddy, and the Jakes. All this stuff now is kind of mixing all together. So here we go.
His favor, I pray the blood of Jesus will come upon you right now. Keep you in its hair. God, I thank you for your blessings.
What that idiot doing over on the side? Sit down somewhere if I throw a rock. Look at these clowns. My Lord, my God, today.
Wait, there's more.
Is he stuck on stupid? What is happening? What is Tyler Perry, a superhero?
Come on, somebody give God some praise.
Oh,
he's pushing that baby out. Come on, he's pushing that baby out.
Pushing the baby.
Somebody holler, push. Push. Now come on and praise it.
Shut up with that foolishness.
That's Dr. Jasmine Skylark or Schoolark or something. I can't pronounce her name there. Now
they put no. This is what right here why I don't go to church.
In this text, in this context, Bishop Jakes was raising money for something, a youth center, and Tyler Perry opened them on the front row that Sunday morning. And this was the guest speaker, but things got a little wild. And so what happened was Tyler, before that, on the clip, before you see the whole entire clip, you'll see that the Spirit of the Lord led him to donate $1 million to Bishop Jakes for the building of the youth center. So what he did is he came up there to tell them that, and now here's the thing. I don't know why let me say this. People get moved to do a lot of things in church. The energy is high, the anointing is high, the spirit is high. And so the spirit of God can move on you to where, like somebody like you, Chandler, who, you're not there looking for anything in particular per se, but, maybe while you're sitting there, the Lord lays in your heart to give $1,000. Not, give $1,000. Okay? And so, and I would say this, if you got up in church to give $1,000, I know it'd be the Lord. It had to be the Lord, right? Right? If you did it, it had to be the Lord. I mean, ain't nobody gonna make you.
Oh well, ain't nobody gonna make me do anything. But I don't know.
But if that happened, we know it was the Lord. Okay, fine. Well, if you're gonna give your $1,000, just go on and write your check for $1,000.
Go on, get it. Yeah.
But he went up to let the whole streaming audience and the 10,000 sitting there in the church to know it. But then, okay, look like we're doing favorite persons there, some respected persons. But then, for him to lay hands on the preacher, now that's out of order. Let me just set that straight. If Tyler, that's out of order. He's not a preacher. Tyler's not a preacher.
Okay.
He's not a minister. He's not a pastor. He's not an ecclesiastical officer. So in the whole ecclesiastical officer, he doesn't have a license, Mr. License, nothing like that. Okay.
Oh, you gotta have a license?
Well, yeah, and training and all that kind of stuff. Okay, so that's like, let me say this. That's like if you, what level did you get to in the military?
Captain.
Captain, okay. What's above captain? Give me 3 things above captain. Major.
Oh God.
Major.
Actually, that's the highest.
No, Major General.
That's in the Army, but yeah, Major General is another.
Okay, but in Air Force, you were in Air Force, right? So Air Force, the highest is Captain. No, Major. Okay, Major. Okay, now.
Well, there's generals and all that stuff.
Right. Well, yeah. Okay, so that
first star, second star, 4-star general.
Exactly. Yeah. Everybody has a ranking.
Right.
That's where I'm going. Okay, so you as a captain, you cannot give orders to a 4-star, a 2-star general, or even a major. Right.
Right.
Okay, because you don't have the ranking, correct?
Right.
It's the same thing there. Tyler Perry was out of order because you don't. The member doesn't lay hands on the preacher. That's like a captain laying hands on the major.
That's like that's like the patient putting hands on the nurse.
Right, and the doctor.
Treating the nurse and the doctor.
Right. So that was out of order. Number 1. Let me say it was out of order. Number 2, even in a sense of I'm a pastor, and there are different rankings of yours. That's why I'm explaining all this to. Bishop Jakes, T.D. Jakes, is a bishop. Bishop is higher ranking than a pastor. So even me, if I were sitting next to him and the Lord moved on me, if the Lord want me to tell him something, I just have to lean over and tell him, wait till we give it off. But for me to, or ask permission, for me to just go ahead and lay hands on him, that's what the Bible talks about, usurping authority. Okay, you're overstepping, you out of your lane. So that was, and again, he's not a preacher. He's not been ordained. He's not been called though. So again, he was out of order. Just because I'm giving you $1 million, I can come over here and lay hand on folk. In the churches that I've been trained in, first of all, he wouldn't have got up on the stage.
Period.
Yeah, no, you just come up on the stage because you got $1 million. Put your check.
But that right there just tells you how it has nothing to do with religion. It is all for show, and because he was bringing $1 million, he's the man. That's why I don't go to church.
Well, no, but we praying for you. But here's the thing about it. The Bible says God does not have respect of persons. And what we have to be careful of is just because that was Tyler Perry, and just because he could give long money, then we let him do what he want to do. But then there's another person back there who only gave was $1,000, and they've been there every Sunday with you, and they don't even know the pastor. Because the church is large. So what I'm saying, it was just out of order. That part was out of order. He could have done the same thing we may have never known, because he just would have gave the check $1 million and go.
Right. And so what was the purpose of him doing that? Was it not for show?
So, flesh. And because everybody was caught up in the moment, because Oprah was there, sitting beside Tyler Gale was there, Terrence Howard was there. There was a whole crew of them on the front row that Sunday morning. So, but we have to be careful, because you have no idea. Let me tell you something. I have had the opportunity, being a preacher and also been a ministry consultant for almost 20 years, consulting with churches, where churches bring me in to help them. Sometimes it was with music, sometimes it was media, sometimes it was in leadership, sometimes it was whatever. But guess what? And all those clients I had over those 20 years, I had folks who was having house church. I had folks that were having storefront. I had folks that had a pastor that had a nice building. I even did a lot with those who have mega churches and large churches. Understand something. You have to treat everybody the same. And it's not equal giving, it's equal sacrifice. Because, okay, Tyler Perry, Oprah here, so we're going to roll out the red carpet for them and let them do what they want to. But now that little lady who been coming to your church for 5 years, giving her little
time off, no red carpet for her.
if mother would have tried to go up there, trust me, the security and everybody, she wouldn't have got up there.
They would have tackled the little lady.
She wouldn't have got up there. And when somebody was saying, yeah, you got to, well, the Lord led me to give Bishop $1 million. We're going to write this shit. They would have because they would have looked at it and said, well, who are you?
Wow. I've been coming every Sunday, but okay.
Right. But what I'm saying is, but she wouldn't even got up there. So that was out of order. Just because you don't know if she was coming there to shoot somebody, which happened. So that was out of order. We have to be very careful. I have learned, no matter what type of church that I'm serving at, I treat everybody the same. That's why I was always successful and I wasn't starstruck. Because I've been executive pastors at mega churches. I've been a consultant at mega churches where we had NFL football players and baseball players sitting in the audience. Hey, what's up?
How you doing? Right,
hey, what up? Okay. When I was a senior pastor Without Walls in the National Church, Bishop Randy White, Gary Sheffield and his wife Delia, they were all the time, attended there for many years till it closed down. But it says something. I was saying, Gary, hey Gary, what's up? That was it. Delia, I see it. Hey, not because they live, he's a baseball player, rich baseball player. Let me. And believe it or not, most of them like that. Gary Sheffield, I'm just using him as example. Gary Sheffield would come and you wouldn't even know it was there. He wasn't. I mean, you always had somebody who was, could I get your autograph? But he didn't want to be, in the spotlight. And so that's what you do. The Bible says you do the stuff that you do not to be seen. So that's where I have my problem with that particular videotape.
But
here's
awful.
The thing. Back with Bishop James, you got to be careful because see, when you run in these circles, I don't know what's true or what's not true, and I wouldn't dare try to make that assumption. But when you run in those circles, you have to be very careful to stay grounded because you'll find yourself being starstruck. I can go down a list with several hands of entertainers, athletes, or whatever case that I have had the opportunity to meet, but I didn't bother me. I mean, they were a person just like the regular person in the pew. And
so nobody could take them serious because to me, I'm not going to take you serious because I honestly and truly know that you up there and you showing your tail because you gave $1 million. And you know what? TD Jakes ain't too much better allowing it to happen. And he's standing there frozen like he got shot with a frozen ray gun or something in the cartoons. He frozen. Isn't that what the possums do when they get caught? Isn't that what possums do? They just freeze.
Something like that. Here's another preacher, Geno Jenkins. He gets on Jakes all the time, and let me see. And then I'm gonna show you one other tape here. And you're gonna be you're gonna be amazed here. Okay, let's show you this. Watch this.
Modern church going fakers.
Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
You look just like the sinner. You act just like the sinner.
That's right.
Okay.
Act just like the sinner.
That's right.
Come on.
That's right.
That's why you find TD Jakes hanging out with Puff Daddy.
Yeah.
That is so awful.
Happy birthday, Diva.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. We love you.
He ain't got no business being there.
You so-called modern church going fakers.
Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
You look just like the sinner. You act just like the sinner.
That's right.
And you think just like the sinner.
That's right.
All right. Now that's you saw
That's
that.
right.
Now what you saw there, David, what you saw there was Bishop Jakes at Diddy's 50th birthday party. Comments.
He has no business being there. I cannot take him serious. I knew I didn't like him and I didn't care for him a long time ago. But what purpose would you? I don't care if you're friends. You are representing being a man of God. Why are you in a place like that? Why are you with out in the open? That don't make sense to me. It just doesn't make sense. I think it's all a racket. I think it's all for show. I think when they're around here with these jets and they run around and doing all this old foolishness, I think it's all for show. And I think God should smite them right on down. Like, you're not going to make me look like a fool. And then tell me I praise the Lord. God need to get on them. It's disrespectful and it's disgusting. Anybody that hangs with Puffy is disgusting to me, as far as I'm concerned.
and that's the thing about it. Let me tell you something. Going back to what I was saying earlier, there's a lot of what I'm talking about, knowing those entertainers and stars and celebrities and whatever that come to your church. Okay, I made it a point not to treat them any differently because, again, and if they did have something like that, I usually didn't go unless I knew. You know, that I knew for a fact it wasn't gonna, and I appreciate the invites, stuff like that. But typically, and if I went, which I probably wouldn't, but if I did, it'd be let me just go in here, shake hands, kiss babies, get the photo up, I'm out.
And get gone. Why? Right.
And I won't put anything to one of the things, somebody said, well, a lot of people that know me, been around me a long time, know a lot of people that I know. And they're like, why come you don't put that on your and this is even for social media first started. How come I don't want my name called? I don't want my name called. There was a preacher who on the national level, when I first came here to Tampa back in 2010, and this is 2011, 2012, he was big then, and he was coming through here like all the time between Tampa, Orlando, St. Pete, this whole Central Florida area quite often. So every time he was gonna come through, he texted me or DM me and say, hey, Carp, I'm going to be over here on Wednesday night or whatever. Come on, let's hang out and, hang out at church, whatever. And they're going to fly right the next day. Well, this particular man of God did not have really the best reputation. Even though he traveled around a lot, like every day was someplace else, preaching. And, he ended up with a couple strays, out there, around the country, And so he had that reputation.
Stray what?
Well, there ain't no stray dog, no stray cats.
Cheering,
yeah, here come, his name has been, So anyway, I mean that was on that, and that was the known stuff. I ain't even talking about the unknown stuff. I'm talking about what was a scandal. But here's the thing about it, and so. Every time he would come through town, I would either have a service or a rehearsal or something to do. So by the time I got out, I'm like, man, I'm tired. I'm going home, go sleep. So finally,
that was good.
And so when we ran into each other in Orlando, several months later, he said, "Oh, you come over here for this," and I just said, but really, to be honest, I was glad it worked out that way because I knew. Me and him were down, whatever the case. We go sit out, hang out at Waffle House and Diddy's half the night. But I know that his reputation like that. So if they see me hanging with him, even though he's coming in and out, they're gonna say, "Oh,
right.
Carpenter must be just like him."
Right. Guilty by association.
So, right. So I just didn't want my name to be called. so a lot of times you just got to have these relationships and just got to lay low. So hey, good, thanks, man. Thanks for the invite. Whatever the case, yeah, you know so and so. Yeah. Why you tell me? Because
none of your business. Period. But I mean, I don't do preachers. I don't trust them. I think it's all a scam. Love you to death, but I cannot. I wish you had another profession like driving trucks or something. Wow.
Might be more money driving trucks, but anyway.
Yeah. But the way you drive, no. You drive crazy.
You are?
Oh my God, you are the worst driver ever.
That one time I took you to the airport last week, and now I got you there.
And back.
And during rush hour traffic.
Robert, you drive horribly.
Thank you. Thank you.
Anyway,
we need to do a test drive in the Benz though. Anyway,
the devil is lying today.
Not my Benz. No, not my Benz. No, your Benz. You can drive my Benz. I drive your
Benz. We'll go in your Benz.
No, I'm gonna drive your Benz. You
drive mine. Your Benz.
Then you can judge me by what.
No, not the spaceship. We going in your Benz.
Listen, but here's the thing. So it's a lot of stuff like this. So you have to be very careful because your name will get called nowadays quick, fast, and in a hurry. Now here's
guilty by association. Am I right?
Yep. Here's Jaguar Wright, who I'd never heard of before.
Oh, I love her.
And she's about to lay it out here.
Why do you think TD?
Okay. So let me put this up, and this is we're gonna take the conversation to the Facebook group. Let's talk with the RN Diva and Pastor Robert. And then also what we're going to do is after I play this clip, then we're going to cut the stream on Facebook and YouTube. And we're going to continue it live on Rumble and be in the comments. That way we won't get censored by YouTube and Facebook because this conversation is getting ready to get. And those of you who are hanging on there, listen to us on the podcast platform, you can stay right here with us as well. But check this out, Jaguar White. Check out what she had to say. Let's see. Sharing this tab. Okay. I don't know. This is going to be a rough one here. Y'all hope y'all ready.
Her. Speak your speak, sis.
Why do you think TD Jakes was at Puff Daddy's birthday party?
Look how she looking.
I mean, you know, do you remember when Bernie Mac played the minister in Friday?
Yes.
That's how I feel about TD Jakes. Like, that's how I see. Oh, Miss Parker, come to pray.
Okay. Yeah.
But for him to be at a Diddy party, I don't know. Like, I feel the same way about that as I feel about when Tyler Perry came to his church and laid hands on him and he caught the Holy Spirit from Tyler Perry. Tyler Perry is the bishop of what? Like, I've never, like, and I cut a check for $100, and I'm gonna lay my hands on your bishop. And he said, and then the bitch said, it's on the fucking internet. He's doing all of this, right? And then there's a woman on the dais screaming, push the baby out. Birth that baby. Push the...
What the... Yes.
Or is this about to turn into like a whole nother scene, like a lost scene from Eyes Wide Shut?
Uh-oh.
Like, this shit is looking a little weird. I mean, if Bishop Jakes was at a Diddy party, there could only be two reasons.
Uh-oh.
Here we go.
Money or sex.
Oh.
That's all that happens at Diddy
or
parties.
Both.
Money and sex. I hope it was for money.
Charitable contribution.
I hope it was for money, because arguing about who's going to put the strap on.
Oh!
That can be a very uncomfortable situation.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Come on, Jaguar. Listen to me. And I heard that somebody beat her up, or either he laid hands on her or he sent somebody to beat her up. It was just a rumor. I don't know if it's true or not because I haven't seen her since. But I will tell you this: I wouldn't put it past Diddy to do something like that. Hell, he unalived Kim Porter.
Woo! Ladies and gentlemen, thank you. We're going to end this here on our Facebook and YouTube feed. Those of you listeners on our podcast, we want you to stay tuned with us. But before we go, how can we get in contact with you, Riva? And also, if you would like to send you any type of support during this Yuletide Christmas season.
Oh, yes. Send Yuletide Christmas greetings. If you have any questions or concerns that you'd like to express to me, you could reach out to me at TheRNDiva@gmail.com. Listen, I've said it once and I'll say it 1,000 times. I will not give you any medical advice, but I will give you my medical opinion. I've been doing this a while, so I might know a little bit of something. But you can drop down and give me an email, and I'll respond to it. I haven't missed any yet, so feel free. Or you can drop down in the comments, leave it down in the comments, and I will answer you expeditiously. In order to send me or to donate to me, the RN Diva, you can donate to my Venmo at Shonda-Blatch, or my CashApp at, you know what that is?
Ampersand, yes.
No, that's a dollar sign. Dollar sign RN Diva 01, and you can send it to my CashApp. And how can we get in touch with you, Pastor Robert?
Well, if you'd like to get in contact with me, you can email me at info at robcarpenter2.com. Info at robcarpenter2.com. You can email me if you'd like to get any information about the show. Or if you like any prayer requests, you can send your prayer requests there. It is private, and I do look at those every day. Also, if you'd like to donate to us here at the RCTV Network, Cash App, $RCTV Networks with an S. Also, Venmo at the RCTV Network, PayPal at the RCTV Network. And if you have cryptocurrency, you can donate it at Rob Carpenter II, and we'll be glad to have your cryptocurrency there. Listen, also, if you want to stay in touch with us, you get to know when we're going to have the next podcast and what the story is. You can text. Right there it is. Text to 813-285-4974. 813-285-4974. You'll be put on our free text list. Standard messaging rates may apply. Check with your provider. that was a mouthful there, wasn't it?
Okay.
And also, don't forget our sponsors, SeekJesus.co, but your RCTV discount code, MammonNation.com, and also SquaredAway.life, powered by My Patriot Supply. But there's information there. Diva, before we end the first part of the show, we'll go to the Facebook group and on live on Rumble at the RCTV Network. Anything else you want to let us know tonight before we go to the R-rated version of the show?
I just be safe out there, folks, with everything going around with the flu and RSV and COVID. COVID is still around, although it's in it presents differently. Just be safe, wash your hands, social distance, and be kind to one another. Happy holidays to you.
Thank you.
And yours. You're welcome.
Yes, thank you so much. So thank you, Miss Trudy. Trudy is my go-to. She's the lady that makes it happen for me on the RCTV Network, Trudy Berman. Yeah, we got some sponsors, Trudy. And also, you can also view us on Roku. Go to streaming channels, search for the RCTV Network, and you'll see some preaching, some motivational stuff, and some interviews. And you'll see this podcast right there on the Roku streaming platform. We're so glad you've joined us. Stay tuned. We're going to tap out here for about 30 seconds, and then we're going to continue this live on Rumble. Happy Merry Christmas, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Stay on the line, y'all. Stay on the line. Stay on. We're gonna switch this out here. We can take this conversation some more here. right, we're back. We're back. You look like you were getting a yawn in there.
I hear, boss.
You here. We're just gonna be off just for a few minutes here. We're gonna go down. Let's go over to the Facebook group. Do you have the link for that? And those who watch us on Rumble, I'll give it to you. That's the one you accepted the invite to last night or the night before last.
Child, please.
I'll send you the link there. We'll look down in the comments there. But we're still streaming on Rumble at the RCTV network. And let's just see here. I had a couple other videos I want to you see it's starting to get toasted. I'm telling you, Black Twitter has just been completely off the chain. That's all I can say, off the chain. Here's another piece here, Sean. Let's see one more here.
Did you send me the link?
Hold on. I got the oh my goodness, Sean. Let me tell you something. All right. Let me end just like this. All right. Let's go here in the groups. Now, here we go. I'm sending it to you right now. Let me see it. Where's that? Okay. Now here's the thing about it, Shonda. What do you think is going to happen here with all of this?
With who? With P. Diddy?
P. Diddy and Jake's as far as what his thing is going to be. You think it's going to be the thing that's going to take him down? Because there's a lot of folks.
Yeah, there's a lot of folks coming after Diddy. But you know, the word is the clears. He must have pissed somebody off because the clears, you know, the YT people are coming for him. Yeah, I think he's gonna definitely lose some money because there's 3 people already, Cassie, and then 2 more came out.
Yeah.
Now wait until the little boys start coming out the woodwork. You know, so Usher not gonna say nothing. They done pulled Jermaine Dupri into it. So it's about to get lit.
Was it Aaron Hall too, right?
Aaron Hall too, but Aaron Hall said he got receipts. He got receipts that he didn't take nothing from nobody, but he got receipts. So we need to see them receipts. But I don't know.
But you know what's so interesting? You know what's very interesting? It was so interesting that, you know, Jace was on CBS this morning.
Oh.
Today or yesterday. Yeah, he's building homes now, low income homes, single family homes down in outside of Atlanta and in Miami Gardens and in Hollywood.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So they were interviewing.
I'm not impressed. Listen, this is what I need folks to understand. When you hear me going off and I'm ranting and raving because I think P. Diddy, Puffy, Brother Love, or whatever his name is this week, is so disgusting to me. It's not because he wants to be with boys. It's because of how he's doing it. He's drugging people. He's taking young people and grooming them. So I don't care nothing about it being a man on man. I don't care. If that's what your choice is, handle your business. But what I do care about is drugging people, hiding behind a beard, meaning you want everybody to believe that you are a man that only likes women. If you are fluid and you like both, stand in your truth. But don't drug nobody.
Right.
If they want to be with you, let them choose to be with you. But don't drug anybody. You know? So I have a problem with him. As far as TD Jake goes, I've never cared for him or what's the Bishop Eddie Long. I don't do him either. The little white lady, I don't do her either.
Pastor Paula?
I don't like her either. Listen, my heart would be so broken if anybody ever came out and said anything about Shirley Caesar.
Oh, you want to hear something about Shirley Caesar for the other night? That's funny. This is funny. So she was at Bishop Carlton Pearson's 17th homegoing celebration on Monday in Atlanta No, not second, not the fourth, fifth one. But in his funeral, and she was one of the guest artists. You know, and Atlanta is Atlanta. You know, there are churches there that are, you know, openly very affirming and all kind of stuff. So Bishop O.C. Allen, who has a big church there, he's married to a man. So his husband is the first man. Huge church there in Atlanta. And so somebody got her on camera Monday night because he was up there, you know, giving honor to Christ and giving honor to my handsome and beautiful husband. And, you know, Shirley's 85 years old, 84 years old. So she was sitting there. She said, huh? What did he say? She said, oh.
Exactly, Shirley.
She didn't catch. She went, whoa, wait. And so her manager was like, she was sitting on the front row like, wait.
Don't shush me, goddamn it. You should have told me before.
Your husband. Now here's another one. Since we on the overtime here, we just go. I'm gonna play this one here. Now this is Bishop Jake's wife, Sarita, at his church. First Lady Sarita Jakes walking after having issues with her knee. That's what this says. If you want to go ahead and send that those love offerings or those seeds right there, you can donate to us while we're doing this. Put your comments down below on Rumble. But here you go. Here we go. This is funny. This is just funny. This is for the comedic value.
Stop it.
Clown. Now they overlaid the music. Lost topic, y'all stop it. Multi-millionaire congregation. Now that's his son. Those are his sons.
Is his chest open?
Yeah, he got a jacket. It's a shirt under there.
These people are a bunch of clowns.
Now here's the story behind the son. Here's the story behind the son. The son, this was a few years ago now. One of the sons got caught soliciting sex in a bathroom, a park bathroom in Dallas, and it was an undercover cop. He was trying to, I don't know if he was trying to.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Say it ain't so.
Yeah, his son got caught.
My goodness.
He got arrested. Yeah, he got arrested. You know, misdemeanor charge, whatever it is, but nonetheless.
It just doesn't shock me anymore. None of it shocks me. And that just gives me another reason to Sunday morning roll over and go to sleep.
But you got to come over to the Greater Hope Missionary Baptist Church. You will, because we're putting you on the calendar for, you know.
I'm only coming over there to do a presentation.
Health, right. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Presentation.
First on CBS Mornings, we're revealing a very exciting announcement. It's coming from Bishop T.D. Jakes. The T.D. Jakes Group and Wells Fargo are announcing a 10-year partnership to build communities for all income levels. Now, this partnership includes a commitment of up to $1 billion with a B from Wells Fargo to help pay for various projects. Their first project is a mixed income housing and retail development outside Atlanta. The nearly 95-acre property is a former Army base, Fort McPherson, which is right next to Tyler Perry Studios. The TD Jakes Group is a conglomerate of 4 business units. TD Jakes Ministries and TD Jakes Foundation, those are nonprofits, while TD Jakes Enterprises and TD Jakes Real Estate Ventures are for-profit entities. TD Jakes himself also presides over the Potter's House Church, but the church is not affiliated with this Wells Fargo partnership. We welcome you, Bishop. It's so good to have you at the table.
Thank you for having me. It's good to be with you.
Yeah. Clearly, you have a lot going on in your life, but explain exactly how this is going to work and why you wanted to do it now.
I think it's imperative. The fierce urgency of now indicates to us the fact that the future looks very bleak, particularly for minorities, Black people, brown people, and also poor white people who are finding it difficult, workforce people, to find a job, to find opportunities, to get housing, to get upward mobility, to have communities that are built in repressed neighborhoods and revitalize the community, giving the homeowners who live there or people who lived in the community a chance to stay there for affordable rates. So this is an exciting moment for us. We're really, really thrilled to be able to do it.
So Wells Fargo is committing to up to $1 billion to fund these projects, pay for is the way we put it. That's not a donation, right? That's an investment. No. They want to make money off it.
Well, no, it's not. I don't know what they want to do, but it's not a donation. It's a commitment to supporting initiative to raise up communities that have been repressed.
Was Wells Fargo your only option on this, or what made you comfortable with Wells Fargo? And the reason I ask that is, they have a recent history. In fact, just in December, they paid a $3.7 billion fine to settle accusations of illegal overdraft fees, illegal fees tied to car loans, illegal fees tied to mortgages. This is money they were taking out of the pockets of low-income people that you're trying to help now.
Right, and that's exactly the reservations that I had with them as well. Initially, several years ago, when they talked to me, I would not do business with them for those very reasons. That settlement that came out came from the previous administration. They have a new leader now. They have a new administration, and they're beginning to right some of the wrongs. This is not going to right it all at once, but it is a start toward justifying and rectifying some of the mistakes that have been made previously. The other reason is when other banks stood back and looked, Wells Fargo stood up and said, I'm willing to make this unlikely alliance, this very unique alliance. I've written a book called Disruptive Thinking, and this disruptive alliance between us is designed to lift up underserved, underrepresented communities.
What do you get out of this, Bishop, being involved in this partnership?
First and primary thing for me is legacy. It's a legacy piece for me. I want to give back. I want to do something for people who have been loyal and faithful to me and people that I know and love. Right. The second thing that I get out of it is knowing that we have headed off a collision. That the stats say that by 2050, the average median income for Black people is going to be zero. And so we have got to get in front of this with STEAM, with technology, with job creation, with entrepreneurship, with mixed income housing and schools, closing food deserts, doing things like that I think are vitally important for the future.
And you want to make sure that people understand this is not low income housing, this is mixed income housing. Why do you want to make that note?
Well, we try.
What does that mean exactly?
Yeah.
We were going mixed income housing.
Mixed income housing means that your neighbor across the street might be a doctor, somebody else might be working for FedEx, and somebody else might be underemployed and a janitor. The reason mixed income housing is vitally important is because we've tried low income communities before, and they fall into the abyss and become ghettos. Mixed incomes have a much better result, safer, better schools, better opportunities, upward mobility. Finally, when children are raised in homes without fathers, the stats say if they live near somebody who has a father, they have better outcomes than not seeing that at all. Right. So for all of those reasons, including health maladies and food deserts, there's so many things that we're doing in our communities that are in alignment with some of the objectives that Wells Fargo has, and I'm excited to be a part.
The point about fatherhood is so interesting. Yeah, just having more fathers in the neighborhood is important and is correlated with better outcomes, particularly for sons.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And you say at this time, sometimes we have to be disruptive in less than 30 seconds. That's what strikes me about this, Steve.
Well, look, we are the people we've been waiting on. We cannot sit back any longer and wait on anybody to come rescue us. We've got to come up with these innovative ideas, and people with influence and opportunities like mine want to lead the way because I feel like it's my destiny to help the next generation reach theirs.
Yeah. You have to challenge old traditions to create new ones.
I'm glad your destiny got you here because I know you were. The weather in Texas is so bad.
I'm glad you're here.
So bad.
I'm glad to be here.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me. It's been wonderful.
I can't believe you made me sit through that foolishness.
Well, full disclosure, I want you to see the good and the bad. We can't talk about all the bad.
Sure we can. We absolutely can. We do what we want on our show. We can look at all the bad. Bunch of fuckery. Oh, excuse me.
That's all right. We on overtime. We don't talk about.
Yes, a whole bunch of fuckery going on. He sitting up there. Anybody don't have the fathers. No, you trying to be their daddy. Come on.
Oh Lord!
Nasty
daddy.
I just think it's so sick. I can't. My stomach. I'm glad I didn't eat nothing. I'll be throwing. I'll be vomiting. Vomiting. I just think it's a whole crock of shit. It's gonna get worse before it gets better. It's really about to come out on his ass, so he might as well get ready.
Well, you know, somebody, and we'll get ready to go, but somebody told me, put your comments down below, but somebody told me that that's the reason why he stopped having the woman out loose conferences that they did for like 25 years, and he turned it over to his daughter, Sarah, and she has her Evolve conference because he's, you know, knowing that he about to take a look. He about to take a little bit whipping.
A dirt nap because they finna get with him.
So I don't know what he did, who he made off. See, that's the thing about it. When you try to aim for the spotlight, it's hard out there.
This is what I want to say. I want to say this. All those times coming up in the 80s and 90s, all the people making music and in the industry and doing all that dirt they were doing, all that is about to be dug up. Because when you start one, it starts a domino effect and it's going to knock it all down. P. Diddy going to take a whole bunch of people down with him. They're talking about P. Diddy, Jermaine Dupri, Tyler Perry. They went after Russell Simmons, but Russell Simmons did 9 3-hour lie detector tests and passed them all. But that didn't stop Oprah from trying to go after him. And after a while, folks was like, Oprah, knock it off. She had to give it up. She had to give it up. But
she was doing a whole documentary and everything, wasn't she?
Yeah. She was doing a whole documentary. She was digging and couldn't find Jack. So that is that.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've enjoyed you here on our podcast, Real Talk with the RN Diva and Pastor Robert. Thank you so much. You see how you can donate. Before you go to celebrate your Christmas and New Year, I just want to share one thing. Just one.
I would have ever been swallowed up? Have you gone through a time of swallowing where everything overwhelming? I would have been swallowed up. Have you ever been swallowed up? Have you gone through a time of swallowing where everything was overwhelming?
One more time, everybody.
Swallowed up. Have you ever been swallowed up? Have you gone through a time of swallowing where everything was overwhelming?
Stupid. No, you said one more. That was it.
Oh, I got.
First of all, wood and swallowing going in the same sentence.
Have you gone through a time of swallowing where everything?
He reminds me of somebody. He reminds me of somebody from back home.
Uh-oh.
Let me up out of here before
Ladies and gentlemen, we've had a wonderful time. Merry Christmas. Ho, ho,
Merry
ho.
Christmas.
Ho, 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 you hoes.
Hoes and hoes. Ho, ho, ho.
Happy New Year. We'll see you over at 2024. Have a wonderful life, y'all.
See y'all next year.